Hi and welcome back for another amazing video. As many of you know, we're more than halfway through November and flea markets are about done for the year. But one of the things I really enjoy doing is going to the flea market, so whenever I have a chance I get out there and see what I could see. So I went to Morningstar yesterday and Williams Grove today. Both are out in Pennsylvania. You guys could look them up. I've talked about them before. And yesterday, I was only there for a short time before the rain began. And today at Williams Grove, it was windy, up over 40 miles per hour. And you could just imagine if you're trying to set up a tent to sell stuff, that's not going to work out very well. Anyway, so this batch here was $3. So you could see I got a soldering iron. It came with a bunch of different tips. And this is the solder that came with it. And then this was included. So that was one item. The tail light. Whenever I see anything like this, I figure pick it up. It could always be a replacement. A load of reflectors, and you might say, what good are they? But let's say there's a crack here or something, right? You could hide damage or whatever to a fender. These guys here, which hopefully if I get my sheds infested or whatever, I guess you use those for that. A puller, they're always handy. Stanley, an old tape. And once again, all the reflectors. Oh, and 4 hinges. So how could one pass that up for $3, right? You just can't let that go by. So that was one deal, one person. And this was the second. I thought I had bought a toolkit, but it looks like I got 2 toolkits because there's two screwdrivers exactly the same, 2 of these wrenches, 2 of those. And anyway, so 10, 13, 17, 19, 22, 24, 2 screwdrivers, and a pair of spark plug wrenches. To me, this looks like a couple of toolkits that went with, I don't know, a motor. Like if you bought a motor, a lot of times they throw a toolkit in with it. From the sizes, 10 is used quite a bit on quads, 17 quite a lot, but normally you have 8 millimeters. 13 is not at all popular. Occasional 19, not too much. 22, 24, never. Flathead screwdriver, never. And I'm not sure that size. It kind of looks like more like regular spark plug size than all-terrain vehicle spark plug size. A lot of times with these toolkits, I frequently get into a situation that your standard socket will not fit in to get the spark plug. Where they have it is too complicated around the spark plug hole with the fins and so forth. So you really actually have to use the right tool. I ran that across that recently with the Mojave. So whenever I see these toolkits, I normally go for it. And he also just had a few loose sockets, and this is a Craftsman 8 millimeter. Anyway, this was $8. So my big expenditure was only $11, right? 8 and 3. I spent almost that much on snacks while I was there, roaming about, snacking most of the time, coffee and snacks. So yeah, that's all I got. Just quickly on channel business. Recently, there's been a few review videos put up. I don't plan on doing those all the time. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of finishing that kind of stuff up. What I want to do is kind of finish the garage. I don't want to put the camera to it because I'm working on it, but I'd kind of like to reintroduce my garage as a shop and then actually begin working in it. There's a lot of stuff I need to do, a lot of stuff that a lot of projects that really need to get going. So that's kind of where I want to move my channel. Currently I'm doing a video a day. In the future I might taper that down, because quite honestly it's hard to put out a video a day, especially if I start stitching pieces of them together and doing editing and so forth. It's going to get really hard to put out that kind of volume. So for the future, probably into next year, you might see the frequency go down to 4 times a week, something like that. Once again, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I have a lot of work to do. Winter's coming quickly, and I'm not nearly as put away as I need to be. It's amazing how much I got into that, and I'll show you guys when I'm done with that shed. But I have a lot of stuff to put away. I gotta stop talking and do more work. Okay, folks, I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Please keep your feet down, keep your heads up, and get out there and enjoy every one of your days. Bye now, folks.